guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, on Lewandowski, of course. Over the weekend, Bayern Munich and Lewandowski himself confirmed that the player wants to leave the club this summer and actually wants to leave immediately, as soon as possible. And of course, Barcelona are in pole position to sign him and will make that offer to Bayern Munich very soon, and have already agreed personal terms with Lewandowski. Now, of course, the club will make other signs as well in the defense. Firstly, Koulibaly is a priority in that center back position to sign alongside Christensen. Xavi is asking for him. The question now is, can Barcelona reach an agreement with Napoli? And secondly, of course, on the fullbacks, Barcelona want both Alonso and Azpilicueta on free transfers, but of course, they both have 1 year left on their contract. There are other backup options, but the two priority right now are Azpilicueta and Alonso. Thirdly, if Lewandowski operation fails, of course, Barcelona want to sign Alvaro Morata, and there has been a meeting with the CEO and sporting director of Atletico Madrid and Mateu Alemany recently to discuss the future of both Morata and Antoine Griezmann. I'll cover that for you. And lastly, Xavi wants both Frenkie de Jong and Memphis Depay to stay at Barcelona and be part of his project for next season. The question is now, will an offer come in that satisfies Barcelona? Because if it does, they will be sold. But of course, if that offer does not come in, they will both be Barcelona players next season. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 300 likes in this video. It'll be very much appreciated. And of course, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours of the first player that we have been heavily linked with over the past 24 hours has been Robert Lewandowski, and the advancements made has been ridiculous. Let's go back now to Saturday. It was Bayern Munich versus Wolfsburg in the final day of the Bundesliga, and the sporting director of Bayern Munich spoke before the match, saying that I spoke to Lewandowski. During the conversation, he informed me that he does not want to accept our offer to extend his contract and that he wants to leave the club at the end of the season. He said that he would like to try something new, but our position has not changed. Loa has a contract until June the 30th, 2023, and that is a fact. Now, after the match, we saw Lewandowski go over to the Bayern Munich fans. It was an away game, clapping there, holding up the badge, all that sort of stuff. And then, surprisingly in my opinion, Lewandowski also spoke after the match, and he came out saying, it is very possible that this was my last match for Bayern Munich. I cannot say 100%, but it may be. We want to find the best solution for me and the club in the imminent future. I can confirm I have spoke with Hassan, who is the sporting director, informing him of my decision that has been made, and I would not extend my contract with Bayern Munich. Both sides now have to think about the future. We have to find the best solutions for both sides. I told Hassan that if an offer comes in, that we have to think about it, also for the club as well. Both sides have to think about the future. I cannot say any more than that. And then Lewandowski was asked what happens if Bayern Munich rejects that offer. He said that what if Bayern Munich rejects all offers? Of course, I still have 1 year left on my contract, but I said we had to find the best solution for both sides. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm thinking, oh my god, this man is actually going to leave Bayern Munich to come join us at Barcelona. And then the floodgates started coming in. Sport 1 came out saying that Lewandowski wants to leave Bayern Munich, despite what Bayern Munich officials say in public. They are searching for a replacement already in full swing behind the scenes. Apparently, that's going to be Haller from Ajax. Also, Sport 1 came out saying that Lewandowski's agent Xavi in Barcelona have already reached a verbal agreement on a 3-year contract, whether it's going to be 3 years up front or 2 years plus 1 option. And as soon as Bayern Munich are open to negotiating a transfer, Barcelona will act immediately and make an official offer. So right now, Bayern Munich are of course a bit disappointed by the situation. They're losing their best striker in their history, 30 or 40 goals a season. They want to, take this in a bit, maybe start looking for that replacement. And then once they're open to offers, Barcelona will swing in and submit their offer immediately. And DiMarzio's come out saying now the ball is in Bayern Munich's court. Either they wait for Barcelona's offer and sell Lewandowski, or hold on to him for another season and lose him for free. Regardless, Lewandowski will not extend his contract and he'll leave now or this summer. The question now is, do Bayern Munich want the money now, or do let him go for free next summer and get absolutely nothing? Now, one of Lewandowski's representatives was speaking to Barca Times on Twitter, and he came out saying that in the coming days we will meet with the heads of Bayern Munich after the player told the management they does not want to continue, and we will ask to start official negotiation for his sale very soon. And then Fabrizio Romano came out saying that everything is almost agreed between Barcelona and Lewandowski, like the salary, the contract line details, all that sort of stuff. And Barcelona are prepared to give him what he wants, like a 3-year contract, which will also be a 2-year plus 1-year option. But now PSG have shown interest in Lewandowski, and he's also been linked now with Manchester United. But his priority has always been Barcelona, and he is tempted by La Liga and Barcelona. And Lewandowski, here's the big part of my opinion, will now begin to push to leave Bayern Munich this summer. His agent Xavi will open talks with Bayern Munich and push them to sell Lewandowski ASAP. He wants to join Barcelona, but Barcelona have not started talks with Bayern Munich yet, but Lowe will be prepared to accept Barcelona's proposal until June 2025. So between Barcelona and Lewandowski, everything is already agreed. My source told me that Lewandowski was already a free agent this summer. He would have already signed with Barcelona. That's how fully agreed it is. But now it's up to the two clubs, Barcelona and Bayern Munich. And I've been wondering what's the Barcelona press saying at the moment. Firstly, Juan Martí came out saying that Barcelona are now working to present an offer to Bayern Munich for Robert Lewandowski. And also Gerard Romero came out saying that Barcelona currently has an 80% chance of getting Lewandowski this summer. He said the only way the situation can change is if Bayern Munich offer him that contract extension, which matches Barcelona's offer. That is the only way now that Lewandowski can stay. They come out of nowhere and say, here you go, here's the money you want, here's the contract that you want, stay. And Lewandowski will say, okay, I will stay. Because of course he's a legend Bayern Munich, he wants to stay at Bayern Munich, but they don't want to give him the money that he wants, he will leave. And apparently them going for Erling Haaland last second has really upset him as well. So that's all the news. Big things coming up now with this Lewandowski saga. It is not over yet. Of course, Barcelona have to find the money and the salary cap to fit Lewandowski in, but he is the #1 priority. He is the dream of Joan Laporta, and this signing now is realistic. And in my opinion, it will happen soon once Barcelona make that official offer for him. Now, another player who Barcelona have reached an agreement on personal terms with is Raphinha, the Brazilian winger from Leeds United. Mateu Alemany came out saying there is already an agreement between Barcelona and Raphinha. The club is waiting to see the Leeds situation and also the situation of Ousmane Dembele. Now, of course, Leeds still looking pretty tough right for them right now. It looks like they will get relegated. If they do, of course, 25 million euro release clause become active. If not, then of course we have to negotiate and maybe offer 40 million, but we'll cross that bridge when it comes to it. Right now, Deco has been coming in clutch, agreement on personal terms with Raphinha, but Barcelona want to be respectful to Leeds. They'll wait and see what happens in the Premier League. If they get relegated, they'll come in immediately and activate that release clause according to reports. If not, they will submit an offer to Leeds, and then whether or not they accept it or not is the big question. So we'll wait and see what happens, but again, personal terms have been agreed with Raphinha. Now, no doubt Lewandowski is the #1 priority, #1 target in the striker position for Barcelona this summer, but there is a backup in case that operation fails, and that is the operation of Alvaro Morata. Now, over the past 24 hours, there has been this big saga about Morata and Griezmann. Could there be a swap deal? Atletico Madrid want to give back Antoine Griezmann, all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to do is go through it all and explain to you guys and give you guys my analysis and my opinion. First, the news broken from Marca. They came out saying that Mateu Alemany met with the Atletico Madrid CEO Miguel Angel Gil Marin in Madrid to discuss the possible signing of Alvaro Morata. Mateu Alemany and Atletico Madrid CEO Gil Marin met today to negotiate the swap deal, including Antoine Griezmann and Morata. With this move, Atletico Madrid would not pay for the signing of Antoine Griezmann next summer. Now, of course, meaning it's confirmed. There's a picture for you guys. Now, after the meeting ended, Mateu Alemany left the meeting, swarmed around by the press. They were asking him about all these questions. What was the meeting about? He said that we did not talk about Antoine Griezmann, and that is it. If you actually go look at the video on Twitter, Mateu Alemany was actually pretty angry because they're all swarming him all over the place after a meeting. He's like, relax, not that serious. We didn't talk about Griezmann. Back up and leave me alone, essentially. Now, Hanina Codes from Cope came out saying that Xavi has called Morata again in recent days to tell him about the possibility of joining Barcelona this summer. But then Gerard Romero came out saying that Alvaro Morata right now is not a priority option for Barcelona, and Mateu Alemany's meeting with Gil Marin was just two friends going to dinner. If they had a business deal to discuss, would they have not done it in a private place? So that's a bit strange in my opinion. Apparently just two friends going about getting a dinner or something like that, but it's still, you're still in the public eye, right? So I don't know about that from Gerard Romero, but it is what it is. But he also came out saying that Alvaro Morata is neither the first nor second nor even third option for Barcelona. The market has presented Robert Lewandowski as an opportunity. Laporta wants a strong signing. So I disagree with this, even though, I'm just, a random fan with little to no sources. I think Morata is the second option if we do not sign Lewandowski, but Jerome is saying that, look, he's not first, second, third, fourth, fifth. The club, Laporta, only want Lewandowski, and that is it. He is the dream signing. So we'll wait and see. Again, Morata will always be an option until we sign Robert Lewandowski, but I say keep your eyes on him, of course, if you do not make that signing of Lewandowski. Now, on the Antoine Griezmann side, of course, we all know that this summer, Barcelona have the option to extend his loan move with Atletico Madrid unilaterally, and also Atletico Madrid can do the same. And then next summer, if he plays 50% of his games for 50% of the matches played, we have to get that 40 million euro buy option. That's when it becomes activated. And there's the official statement from the Atletico Madrid website saying that either club has the right to unilaterally extend the loan deal for Antoine Griezmann until June 2023. Now, Fernando Porto from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Antoine Griezmann is more than calm about his continuation at Atletico Madrid next summer. And then we got the big report coming in from Goal saying that Atletico Madrid CEO Miguel Angel Gil Marin and Mateu Alemany had a dinner, of course. The meeting had triggered a possibility between a deal around Morata and Antoine Griezmann as well. Barcelona and Atletico must agree to extend the loan move for another year, and that is Atletico Madrid and Griezmann's intention. The Madrid-based club want to reduce the 40 million euro fee to make the deal permanent. Both clubs maintain a great relationship, of course. Morata could join Juventus as well if the Italian club decides to activate his purchase option. Morata is still interested in playing for Barcelona, and next summer, if the player returns to Atletico Madrid, he could ask to leave, making Barcelona an option, but Atletico Madrid could study the fee. Another possibility is for Morata to renew for another season at Atletico, so he can go to another, loan move, or could reduce a possible transfer to Barcelona after paying a loan fee that could be agreed between both clubs. And Alvaro Morata's contract with Atletico Madrid expires next summer in June 2023. So, of course, for Atletico, this summer is the only time where they can cash out on Alvaro Morata, and apparently right now Alvaro Morata does not want to come back to Atletico Madrid. He wants to stay at Juventus or go to Barcelona, but now Atletico Madrid don't want to pay 40 million euros for Antoine Griezmann. What they want to do now is just swap Morata for that fee. That way they keep Griezmann permanently, and we keep Morata permanently. No fee paid, bada bing, bada boom, everyone's happy. No chance. Absolutely no chance. We need the money, and of course, we do not want Morata right now. This is all what Atletico Madrid want, but not what Barcelona wants. Now, Griezmann's family hasn't been speaking to the media, of course, and they came out saying there is no doubt that Antoine Griezmann will continue at Atletico Madrid next season. Here, he is very happy, and if he has to make another financial effort, he will do so. Now, there are reports coming out saying that, Atletico Madrid don't want to pay his wages right now, 700,000 euros per week, but Antoine Griezmann is still willing to take a pay cut, and of course, Atletico Madrid ask him. And finally, Cat Radio come out saying that Atletico Madrid are trying to reduce the 40 million euro price tag for Antoine Griezmann by offering Alvaro Morata to Barcelona. Now, let's say, for example, we don't get Lewandowski and we're going for Morata, right? If they want to do a swap deal, I'll take Morata plus 20 million, right, for Antoine Griezmann, of course. I'm not doing a direct swap. If Laporta does this, I think his reputation will be over. I don't think he will in the end. We need the money, of course, but if you want Morata and Xavi is asking for him, okay, I understand that, but you gotta get some money out of it. I think Alvaro Morata plus 20 million euros for Antoine Griezmann is a perfect and fair deal and reasonable as well. I think Madrid are happy they get to reduce the price tag and keep Antoine Griezmann. We still get some money, and we get Alvaro Morata as well. So wait and see. Don't have to worry about it right now, of course, until that Lewandowski operation fails. Hopefully it won't. But again, keep your eyes on the future of Antoine Griezmann. 1,000%, he will be an Atletico Madrid player next season. The question is, will they buy him next season for 40 million euros or maybe offer another player in exchange? Now, along with the attack, another priority for Barcelona this summer is to reinforce the defense. Firstly, to sign another center back alongside Andreas Christensen this summer, and the main candidate and the target right now is Kalidou Koulibaly. Now, firstly, coming in from Sport, they've come out saying that Barcelona could try to include a player in a possible deal to sign Koulibaly from Napoli. Barcelona has been interested in this Senegalese defender for a long time, and now that he has one more year after his contract, this is the chance to sign him. But of course, I told you guys a few days ago from a good reliable source that Napoli do not want any players. They want straight cash or nothing. So this report means, absolutely nothing. But Mateu Alemany from Sky Sports came out saying that Kalidou Koulibaly is on Barcelona's list of options this summer, but players will have to leave the club to make this arrival possible. So of course, get rid of Lenglet, Umtiti, Mingueza, and this deal will be possible. Of course, right now, bring him in, you'll have 9 center backs? I mean, it is ridiculous, but of course those players will have to leave Barcelona. Now, Mingueza from AES, of course, very, very close to Xavi, came out saying that Kalidou Koulibaly is Xavi's first choice for that new center back coming in, alongside, of course, Andreas Christensen. And for me, that is music to my ears. And finally, some reports coming in from Italy, more specifically in the Napoli area, saying that Barcelona need to make an offer to Napoli of something around 30 to 35 million euros if they want to sign Koulibaly. Agreeing personal terms with the player will not be a problem. So, of course, we're hearing 20 to 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40. I would say in the region of 25, 35 million, you can get Koulibaly. Now, of course, the Barcelona have to make that offer. But again, man, I'm just thinking about that Araujo partnership, and I think he's the only center back in the world that we can sign that's, of course, feasible and possible that can bench Gerard Piqué next season. Of course, Lisandro Martinez would be a great signing, in my opinion, from Ajax, but he won't bench Piqué. Let's be honest. I think Koulibaly can do that. So wait and see. The interest is there now. The question is, will Barcelona make that offer? Now, along with a center back, the club want to also sign a new left back this summer, and currently, of course, Marcos Alonso is the #1 priority in that position. Mateu Alemany came out saying that Barcelona currently prefers signing Marcos Alonso over Alejandro Grimaldo, but Alejandro Grimaldo signing is easier and more feasible than Alonso. Again, apparently Barcelona want Alonso on a free transfer. Of course, if they negotiate that, he has 1 year left on his contract. That negotiation and that operation will be very, very complicated. But for Grimaldo with Benfica, just offer 10 million euros and the player is yours. So we'll wait and see. I think Alonso, I saw him play against Liverpool in the FA Cup. I mean, he was not that bad, but again, he's getting forward. He's in the box, and I think at Barcelona as that wing back, I think that's too vulnerable, too risky. I don't think he can do that at at Barcelona in our system that we play, but we'll wait and see. Again, Alonso #1, Grimaldo #2, but Grimaldo signing is easier and more feasible. Of course, Alonso signing will be more difficult. Now, we have been linked with other left backs as well in case both these signings somehow collapse. Firstly, of course, is Sergio Reguilon. Mundo Deportivo came out saying the option of Sergio Reguilon is still on the table for Barcelona. He's, of course, one of many options. His agent is Kai, and also Coutinho's agent, who has a great relationship with Barcelona, and Barcelona can include players in a deal to make this possible. So, long let Reguilon's, swap deal is on the table, of course, but I think, I'll say it again, I'd rather take Alonso over Reguilon. I think Reguilon is absolutely shite, and of course, former Madrista. Of course, Alonso is as well, but he played in his youth. He played when he was like 19, 18, that's it. He was there recently. I saw him play in the Clásico where Arturo Vidal absolutely sent him to the shop. So for Reguilon, I think he'd be like the last option, better than nothing. I would take him, but should not be, I think, top 5 in that left back list. Another left back that we haven't talked about in a while is Rafael Guerreiro, coming in from Fernando Porto of Mundo Deportivo. He came out saying that Rafael Guerreiro has been offered to Barcelona. The Portuguese does not want to renew his contract with Dortmund, and his contract expires in June 2023. He can be sold for around 8 to 10 million euros. Guerreiro dreams of playing for Barcelona, who of course want a left back this summer. I would take Guerreiro, man. I think he's a fantastic player. He can play all over the pitch, left back, right back, midfield, attack as well, but of course primarily will be used at left back. I think I'd rather take Gaia, Grimaldo over him, but I think he's top 3, top 4 for sure in my opinion. Very, very cheap as well. So wait and see. Of course, the left back options are on the table. They are there, but Barca's priority, of course, is to sign Marcos Alonso currently, and the backup option for him at the moment is Alejandro Grimaldo. Now, along with a left back, the club want to also sign a new right back this summer, and currently the #1 priority in that position is, of course, Cesar Azpilicueta. And Javi Miguel from AES came out saying that Azpilicueta's signing at Barcelona is imminent, and Cesar Azpilicueta himself is confident that the deal will be able to happen to resolve his contractual situation at Chelsea and sign for Barcelona in the coming days. Now, I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I think Azpilicueta now, with the new board coming in with Todd Bowley, he will now push for the move to leave Chelsea on a free deal to Barcelona, which I think, of course, is going to be very, very difficult. But we'll wait and see. If that operation happens, if Todd Bowley lets him go for free, Barcelona will sign him 1,000%. But if there's going to be a transfer fee involved, I think that operation will not happen. We'll wait and see. Javi Miguel keeps on saying that Azpilicueta is, a pillar stone and so important for Xavi's project in the future. He sees Azpilicueta as a leader, a role model, all that sort of stuff. So no doubt that Xavi wants him. The question is, will this operation happen or not? Can they get this free deal to happen? If they can, the deal will happen. If not, though, he'll have to look for another role model to bring into Barcelona this summer. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly, of course, the main man himself, who's been linked all over the place, it is Frenkie de Jong. First coming in for Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo. He's come out saying that Xavi and Frenkie de Jong had a productive talk recently. He was asked to be more patient in possession and have better positioning and make more runs from behind the opponent line. They believe in Frenkie de Jong but want him to improve and be a great partner for Pedri in the midfield. Frenkie de Jong knows that he has not matched the expectations at Barcelona but wants to succeed here. He and Xavi believes in each other. Frenkie de Jong wants to play in the Champions League and would only consider leaving if he is pushed out, which isn't the case at the moment. And finally, Mateu Alemany came out saying that Barcelona would value letting Frenkie de Jong leave for an offer of around 90 to 100 million euros. So what do you guys think about this? Of course, selling Frenkie de Jong will bring in a left back like Grimaldo. You'll get in Lewandowski. You'll get in Raphinha. You'll get in Koulibaly. I mean, one player for four, I'm not gonna say world class because of course Alonso's not world class if we get him on free deal, but you know what I mean. I don't know, man. I think what the club are trying to do now is get us used to the fact that Frenkie de Jong could leave. That way, when he leaves, it won't be that sad. But I still think this would be a massive loss for Barcelona. Now, Manchester United, they only want to pay around 70 million euros for him, and apparently another club want 90 to 100. That was my evaluation at the beginning as well, but I think if the offer comes in, the club will try and negotiate. So we'll wait and see. I think, again, his future will be in the air until June the 30th. If the club are going to sell him, it's going to be before the June the 30th. I can tell you that right now for a fact. If Frenkie de Jong is here past June the 30th, he will stay 100%. The question now is, will Frenkie de Jong be here before June the 30th? Now, Jaime Miguel from AES came out, making some clearance from the Xavi side, from the Xavi's point of view of this whole entire operation, and he came out saying that Xavi's message to President Laporta is clear. I'm counting on Frenkie de Jong and Memphis Depay for next year. For Xavi, there is no doubt Frenkie and Memphis have to stay at Barcelona, but of course Xavi understands the financial situation at the club and would only consider leaving these two players if an 80 million euro comes in for Frenkie de Jong and a 30 million euro offer comes in for Memphis Depay, but Xavi wants both of them to stay. So those are the price tags. 80 million euros for Frenkie de Jong, of course around 90, somewhere around there, the club will sell. For Memphis, it will be 13 million euros. Now for Memphis, I think again with Lewandowski coming in, I think his future will be in the air. I think Memphis' future depends a lot on Ousmane Dembele and Lewandowski coming in. If Lewandowski comes in and Dembele stays, I think Depay is finished. If Dembele does not stay and Lewandowski comes in, I think he can stay, but on the left wing for Ansu Fati. Again, there's so many stipulations for Memphis Depay, but right now I think that if both Ousmane Dembele and Lewandowski come in, I think he has no chance of staying at Barcelona. But of course, you have to consider the fact that Memphis Depay took a special wage cut to join Barcelona in the summer, and Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Eric Garcia, Memphis Depay, Ferran Torres, and Aubameyang made great economical sacrifices for Barcelona this summer, but their salaries will now increase next season. And in their last renewals for the captains, their contract was set in a growing manner. Their salaries will also increase next season as well. So everyone's salary now are going back up. They cut for the pandemic and the situation financially at the club. They took that, credit to them, but now all the salaries are going up for Ferran, Alba, Memphis, Eric, Piqué, Jordi Alba, Busquets, and of course Roberto took a permanent wage cut to stay at the club for one more season. So wait and see, man. There's a lot of money coming in at Barcelona. We have a lot of expenses, but not much money coming in. The question now is, what will Barcelona do? But what's quite clear at the moment is that Frenkie de Jong and Memphis Depay both have a price. Xavi wants them to stay, of course, but they both have a price. If the offer comes in for either of them, they will be sold. Let's now discuss some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, of course, on the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. Now, this is coming in from Sport. They've come out saying that Dembele considers that Xavi is the best manager he's had at Barcelona. The player consistently informs the manager about his renewal negotiation. If there's a possibility of Dembele's renewal, it is because of Xavi's intervention, but Barcelona will soon meet with Musa Sissoko on a third time to negotiate Dembele's renewal. Both parties are optimistic and trying to find a right formula, of course, that fit the contract within the financial fair play limitations at the club. Now, we're still hearing that this guy, Musa Sissoko, still wants a sign-on bonus, and if that is the case, this renewal will not happen. This man, if he wants his client to be happy and stay at Barcelona, has to not ask for a renewal bonus. The problem is he wants a renewal bonus for Dembele and himself. He wants 10 million euros for Dembele and then like 20 million euros for himself. He wants 2, not even 1. And of course, the other agent, Marcos Alonso, are saying, look, forget about the renewal of the bonus. Let's just renew the contract and everyone will be happy. But it's a man, Moussa Sissoko, that keeps asking for this. If he keeps on insisting, this renewal will not happen. He has to, remove that obligation, and the renewal is definitely feasible. Otherwise, it won't. And we are still hearing that Ousmane Dembele is willing to lower his salary as well to stay at Barcelona and have them all, based on variables, matches, goals, and assists, all that sort of stuff, which I completely agree with. So we'll wait and see. I think this renewal is very, very unlikely. Of course, it's all down to Moussa Sissoko. He is the key. He is, control the whole operation, similar to Bayern Munich with Lewandowski. He holds everything. If he removes that renewal bonus, then Dembele will stay. Otherwise, he will leave as a free agent. Now, the final contract renewal update is on the contract renewal of Sergi Roberto, who, of course, will sign a 1-year extension at Barcelona. But Gerardo Romero came out with something very interesting. He came out saying the team that offered Roberto a contract withdrew their offer because of his injury problems, and that's when he decided to accept Barcelona's very low economic offer because Xavi wants to give him one more chance. But if Roberto did not get injured, he would have left Barcelona this summer as a free agent. Now that's quite interesting. Of course, with that relapse that happened a few weeks ago, that's what made him accept that contract renewal offer at Barcelona, because the other team apparently retracted their offer due to his injury problems over the past year and a half. So injuries saved Roberto's Barcelona career, let's put it that way. I think we've been very, very unlucky in that sense. He would have left the club this summer if he wasn't injured, but since he was injured, he decided to take that pay cut and stay at Barcelona. So we'll see how he does next season. Of course, let's hope he does not, be injured that much. Let's hope he plays well and contribute to Barcelona. But again, very, very unlikely he will continue next year, like a season after that. But for next year, of course, he will stay and sign that 1-year contract renewal. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Now, with the club wanting to sign a lot of players this summer, Lewandowski for 40 million, Raphinha for 25, Koulibaly for 30, left back for 10 maybe, and of course, renewing players' contract as well. The club needs money, and they do have some avenues to make that money come in. Firstly, of course, is this league sponsor, and currently Sport have come out saying that Barcelona are negotiating with the blockchain and cryptocurrency company Polkadot for this league sponsor for the shirt for around 20 million euros per season. Now, 20 million euros for just a sleeve sponsor is a world-class deal. Let's hope we can get this done as soon as possible. We do need a sleeve sponsor. Of course, we don't have one right now. We're going to be presenting the shirts in about a month, and we have no sleeve sponsor, so it is what it is, but we need that to come in as soon as possible, and 20 million euros is world-class. Let's hope the club can finalize that operation. Now, the main one that's happening right now that's very, very advanced is the sale of Barcelona's licensing and merchandising, and there are reports coming out saying right now that Barcelona are very close to selling 49% of Barcelona's licensing and merchandising for around 200 million euros. The need for the CVC deal will now reduce. This will be one of the biggest corporation deals in the history of Barcelona. And then Sport came out back in that statement as well, saying that Barcelona are about to close the sale of 49% of Barcelona's licensing and merchandising, BLM, and a big part of Barca Studios as well. The two deals combined will help Barcelona earn around 380 million euro. Now, there are, of course, two different cases. Firstly, on the BLM, Barcelona want to get around 320 million euros for 49% of its sale and would pay around 200 million euros of that for a big percentage. 120 million euros is being negotiated with other companies right now, so that shouldn't be a problem. The second case is, of course, Barca Studios. The blockchain and cryptocurrency company Polkadot will pay 60 million euros for a small part of it, but of course, not the entire 49%. And lastly, on the CVC deal, there is another big debate at Barcelona whether to sign with the CVC deal or side with Goldman Sachs, and currently both companies are offering two different deals. Let's take a look at them. Firstly, CVC, 270 million euros for 10% of the TV rights for 50 years, and of course it would improve the relationship with Javier Tebas and La Liga. Secondly, Goldman Sachs, 400 million euros earning for only 20% of the TV rights for 20 years. Get in the comments, which deal would you take? For me, screw La Liga, screw Javier Tebas, I would go with Goldman Sachs. For me, the operation is better. Again, you do pay a bit more for the TV rights, you lose some of that, but for 30 years less and also for more money. But I believe in the end that Barcelona and Joan Laporta will accept the CVC deal simply on the fact to improve the relationship with Javier Tebas and La Liga. But I think the Goldman Sachs deal is absolutely clear. So we'll wait and see. A lot of things for Barcelona to close, and of course, if Barcelona can do all these as well, maybe we don't have to sell Frenkie de Jong as well. all these operations are very, very important for Barcelona, but of course the question is, can Barcelona do this in time? Can they do it before June the 30th? Seal the deal for the BLM sale, seal the deal for Barca Studios, sign either the CBC deal or Goldman Sachs deal for that cash injection for the TV rights, and of course seal the deal for the sleeve sponsor in Polkadot as well. Big ask for massive operations to possibly save Frenkie de Jong and make this transfer into the summer feasible, possible, and realistic. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is to give you guys an injury update on Eric Garcia. Of course, he had a surgery a few days ago. It went fully fine. Everything was successful. And Roberto came out saying that if necessary and everything goes well, Eric Garcia could play this week, of course, against Villarreal with protection. The question is now, will Xavi risk him and play him in that match? Very similar situation what happened with Araujo back in January for the Spanish Super Cup. He had that surgery on his finger, I believe, and he played the next match and for the rest of the season with that cast. Eric Garcia can do the same. Again, the question is, will Xavi risk him and play him in that match against Villarreal? So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know, firstly, about the Lewandowski operation. Do you think it'll happen or not? Secondly, on the possibility of an Antoine, Griezmann, Morata swap deal. If you were forced to do it, what would be, your implications? 30 million plus Morata, 20 million plus Morata, all that sort of stuff. Thirdly, of course, on Koulibaly, do you think that operation will happen or not? And finally, on the future of Frenkie de Jong and Memphis Depay, where do you think their futures will be? Outside of Barcelona or inside Barcelona? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.